People really got to stop judging people. Let me tell y'all what happened today. So today was a long day. I've been at the shop and I had a decent amount of clients, thank God. I called my husband. I said, hey, instead of you cooking, you want to just go to Kroger's before you have to go to work and we could go pick up some sandwiches for us and the kids. And he said, sure, that'd be great. I said, oh, okay, cool. When I get off of work, I'll come pick y'all up and then we can go to Kroger's to go get some food. My last client ran late, so after finishing up, by the time I got home, he had to go directly to work, and he helped me put the kids in the car. We kissed goodbye, and or see you later. And I went to Kroger's. When I got to Kroger's, I went into the sandwich line. It was just me and me at first, and there was a lady who ended up by the second or third sandwich ended up behind me. So there was an Indian lady who was making the sandwiches. It was two of them, but only one was actively making sandwiches. And on the third sandwich, I was like, okay, that's it. And she was like, oh, well, you're not gonna have no meat. And I was like, no. Three of my kids are vegetarian, and the other three are sometimes when it comes to meat, and I don't force them to eat it if they don't want it. So yes, that means my kids get lettuce, tomato, sometimes oil and vinegar, and cheese, and some mayo, and you slap it on a sandwich, and that's what they want. So the lady decided to tell me that it would be cheaper for me. What an attitude! It'd be cheaper if I go over to get the bread section, get some bread, and get a bag of lettuce, and make my sandwich myself. And in my mind, I'm thinking, that's why I came for you to make it. I don't want to go over there and I know my options. I don't want to go over there and get no bread and get no lettuce. I want you to make it. Okay? Make the fourth sandwich, all right? So I could really tell, today I was fasting, I could really tell that she was irritated by like the fifth sandwich, okay? So she proceeds to tell me like, oh, we don't got no more bread. So I looked over the bakery and I'm looking at a whole plethora of bread, right? So I tell the lady behind me, I was like, "Oh, they don't got no more bread." They said to make our sandwich. The lady looked over at the bread aisle too, the bread section too, and she went over there and she was like, what kind of bread you want?" I was like, "Oh, I'll take white, please." So she came back over and slapped the white bread on top of the counter for the lady to make, and you could tell that her blood was boiling to the ceiling. But I'm a child of God, so I just kept on smiling on the inside, and I'm gonna watch you make these sandwiches. So then we proceeded to go to the cashier. We had a couple more items in the cart, so we went to the cashier or whatever. And yeah, I got about $60 worth of sandwiches or whatever because I am tired. I don't care. So I go to the checkout, and the lady, they always at Kroger's. If y'all never been to Kroger's is a store down south, and they give you a whole bunch of crayons and they give you a whole bunch of paper if you have kids. When I go, because they see me with six kids, y'all know my circumstances, y'all know how I got six kids, but when y'all see my circumstances with six kids, usually they provide me with about 15,000 papers, and they provide us with enough crayons to last us for a whole year. Thank you, Kroger's. I appreciate it. My school supplies, I'll never run out. So the lady proceeds to tell me, oh, your kids are behaving so well. They're doing so good. And I said, oh, thank you. She said, usually they have one kid, usually people with one kid, they don't even behave. And you got six? Girl, go ahead with your bad self. And I said, well, thank you. And then the white guy behind her, or maybe behind me while I was in line, was like, yes, they look just like you, Mom. And the back of my head is like, you a mother. All them six kids do not look like me. Neither did I birth all these six kids, but nevertheless, they are my six kids, okay? I'd be like, yo, there's no way that they look like me. And I just feel like, yeah, some of them do, but nah, not all of them. I really be feeling that people be like, yo, look at this mom. Look at this mom by herself. No man with her. Six kids, they all look different. She must have like five baby daddies. And I'm with you, sisters that have multiple baby fathers. It ain't not about that. It's not about that. It just ain't my circumstances. Thank you, okay? So I feel like people just be trying to have something to say. Y'all, not everybody, just because, now mind you, I'm going to go get my hair done at my shop tomorrow by one of my stylists who does a great job. Shout out Jada. But who does a great job? You can't judge a book by its cover. You never know somebody's circumstances. I don't need to break down while I have six kids with me. Just know that they're all well behaved. They're all taken care of. They all got on fresh gear and fresh sneakers. They got food in their bellies. And that's pretty much it. And it's all by the glory of God, okay? So lady, please make my sandwich. Sir, they do not look like me. And that's okay. Not all of them look look like me. That is okay. And I know y'all be wondering why I got a whole bunch of kids. That's none of y'all business. Just know that they taken care of, all right? And we highly blessed and highly favored. Amen. Good night.